Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to Take 5. I'm your host, Carla Salinas, and we continue getting ready for 16 de septiembre. So let's get started at Mula Cantina in McAllen, where they're serving your typical Mexican dishes, including crickets as appetizers, and I got to try them. Check it out. Okay, Ricardo, thank you so much for joining us. So today we're at Mula Cantina. Now tell us a little bit about Mula for all of our viewers that have never been here before.
All right, first than anything, welcome to being here. Mula born like 2 years ago, all the planning, the dish menu, the concept. Me and my partners want to take all the Mexican tradition, but also the authentic Mexican food to here, to the States. So we start with the beans. It's like a Mexican style beans with cheese. And like you say, the 4 salsas that we have, and we start with the medium, the mild, and the very spicy one that is with a lot of chiles.
And it's so good.
Yeah, it's very, very good. And then you have to try the tacos, fried cheese. We want to make like fun food, but tasty food and authentic.
And so, Ricardo, I have to ask you, what's your favorite thing on the menu?
It's difficult because I'm a very fan of the burgers, and we make the Big Mula, like it's like a Big Mac, but with a very high quality meat.
Of course, I checked out your menu, and I saw that you guys actually have some crickets.
The best seller is a grandma style guacamole with crickets. So if you want to taste it, if you want to try it, we can make it. Are you sure you want to do this?
Let's do it. Let's
Okay,
do it. We
let's
can't
do it.
come to Mula and not try
Yeah,
the
you're
crickets.
fine.
It's an experience, yeah.
Wish you luck. You ever tried this before?
No!
Okay, these crickets are from Oaxaca. I think you have to try it. Just let me
I'm
pick
scared
some.
to even touch it. I'm scared to even touch it. It's because y'all don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so afraid. No, not that one. Not that one. That was
No,
too big.
it's too
not that
big.
one. Okay, hold on.
Okay, this is like small one. You want to
No,
try it?
no, no.
No, you have to try it.
Okay. Just give me one. Just give me one. Just put it in my hand. I'm gonna close my eyes and just put it in my hand. Okay?
Are you ready?
Okay, here we go. Okay, all right. 3.
2, 1, go.
Okay, hey, that's not that bad.
Not that bad. It's just the texture. Like you can think that it's chicharron. It's the same thing.
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad.
Told you.
Okay, it's down the hatch. I feel better now. I feel like I have cricket in my teeth, but
And you have to try it with the guacamole. It's so different because it makes like a more smoky flavor on the guacamole.
okay. So now, since I tried it, now I dare all of the Take 5 team to try it. Okay, you guys are good.
Chew it, not like swallow it. So you can taste it.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is so weird.
Tastes like a chicharrón.
It does.
It was kind of good. Carla, they were good. They were good. Thumbs up.
You guys have to make it on down to Mula and try these crickets, maybe in a little guacamole with a couple of drinks. But thank you so much for joining us, Ricardo.
Thank you for visiting us.
We'll see you guys here trying crickets at Mula. No, it's not mezcal or tequila, it's agave. And the best part is it's grown locally here in the RGV. Take 5's Trisha Castillo visits Blasphemous Distillery in Roma, Texas, where they're creating an authentic agave spirit.
After looking at locations in San Antonio, Austin, and California, 2 entrepreneurs settled on this location as the perfect spot to create the only agave distillery in the RGV. This is Blasphemous Distillery in Roma, Texas. Located in Roma's downtown district is where the Blasphemous Agave Spirit is made, bottled, and distributed. We sat down with master distiller Leonardo Sanchez, who told us how it all began. First things first, how did this idea come to you?
Well, this idea came to Eduardo and myself about 5 years ago. We are initially from Mexico, but we wanted to work with the agaves here in Texas, in the US. We wanted to do something So that is how everything started.
Leonardo says the difference between tequila, mezcal, and agave is the region they are from. You can only name your spirit a tequila or mezcal if it's from Mexico. Co-founder Eduardo Campos' family is actually from Roma, and the brand identity is inspired by his family. And I really want to talk about the name. It's so unique, blasphemous.
Yeah.
Why that?
Because what we're saying is that working with the agaves in Texas, for some people in Mexico, that will be something that is called a blasphemy. You're working with the agaves outside Mexico, that's only for Mexico.
Okay.
So what we're saying is that we are basically a disruptive company.
There are 3 types of blasphemous bottles you can choose from. If you notice, each bottle has a number that represents the number of years the agave took to grow. 7 is more on the sweeter side, 11 is a bit lighter and pairs well with citrus, and 17 is richer and flavorable. Leonardo says it tastes best when you sip it.
When we came here, we didn't want to do a tequila or do a mezcal. We don't want to taste as that product. There's already so many good ones in Mexico, and that's their denomination of origin. So what we do here, it's everything is handmade. We don't use any chemicals, any sugars or additives or colorants. Everything comes like from nature, like it's
Very organic.
It is very organic.
The distillery turns into a bar every Friday at 9 p.m. If you're an agave spirit connoisseur, visiting this place will definitely check off your bucket list.
Come visit the distillery. We're here at the historic district of Roma. It's a street called Porcheller Street. You will find it, you can Google it, and you will have a good time, and you can do and taste this amazing spirit. Thank you.
Attention to detail is important, and that's exactly what this business owner is doing. Johnny from Johnny's Precision Detailing visited us and transformed our Take 5 unit. Check it out, guys.
Have you ever spent way too many hours on social media watching those extremely satisfying car cleaning videos? Or am I the only one? Well, if you haven't, I think we can agree that a clean car is a dream car. And in an effort to give our Take 5 unit a little love, we called a local car detailer for some help. Meet Johnny Salazar. He's the owner of Johnny's Precision Detailing, who says cleaning cars has been his passion since he was a teenager.
I started when I was 16, 2019, took a chance. I was like, hey, who wants to get a car wash? I asked my friends and family, let's do something, you know, like I love washing my car, and I think I would love washing your car as well. And having that same treatment and same level of love for my car as I do for everyone else's, I think has really put me in a position to get to where I'm at now.
Johnny's services include vacuuming carpets, wiping down windows, and spraying lots of soap with his foam gun, just to name a few. What is great about the service is that Johnny will come to you wherever you are and get your car sparkling clean.
I'm still nervous every time I go to a car. Like, I have all this experience and all this stuff, that anxiety of just making sure I want to do a great job is still there. But when people tell me, man, you're doing a really good job here, I believe in your vision, I believe in what you're doing, I think you're really going to be successful one day, I take it to heart, and I really appreciate it. It gives me that boost along the day to keep going.
Johnny tells us sometimes he gets customers who are embarrassed about their car's condition. However, he always tells clients not to be ashamed because he loves what he does. And when he cleans a vehicle, it makes him happy. He also wants to encourage others to start something of their own.
If you're really interested in, starting a business, not just washing cars or just getting something started to begin with, I say take that first step. That's the biggest and the hardest challenge to do. And a lot of people just are so afraid of failing that they don't want to go ahead and steps. The bad days bring experiences, the worst ones bring lessons, and the best one brings memories. And I think that you should cherish every day.
What I've learned is car detailing is like a work of art. You just never know how much dirt is lurking underneath the surface. And if this convinced you to give your car a nice wash, you can call Johnny for all your car cleaning needs.
You can Google me on Google, Johnny's Precision Detailing. You can search for me on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok as well.
For Take 5, I'm Trista Castillo.
Still ahead on Take 5, this organization is making a difference for neglected dogs. How you can help next.
Follow us on social media at take5.krgb.
Harley's Hounds is a local nonprofit dedicated to neglected animals throughout the RGV. And joining us today to tell us all about it is the founder, Jess Cantu. Thank you so much for joining us, Jess.
Of course, thanks for having me.
So tell me about Harley Hounds.
So we founded Harley's Hounds in June of last year. In fact, I'm from Minneapolis, and my husband and I relocated here in 2021. I believe it was 4 days. 4 days into our move, and I was chasing stray dogs down the street. So I realized there was a big need. Lots of rescue is happening in the Rio Grande Valley, but there was definitely a need for more boots on the ground.
Can people take dogs to you,
Absolutely.
or how does that work?
I call it a beautiful curse. So I happen to find a lot of street dogs. One of them is on my lap today. This is Lola. But we actually will take in surrenders. We will mostly take in street dogs that we find and strays. We're helping to try and alleviate the overcrowded shelters.
And tell us a little bit about Lola. She's wearing something that says, "I'm available."
Yes.
So if you guys want to adopt a Lola.
Lola is up for adoption. She came to us a few months ago and she was just under 2 pounds. So as you can imagine, she's had quite the transformation. She has gotten through a lot of anemic, a lot of health issues, and now she's ready to go home. She actually told me this morning that she'd like to be a couch dog.
Do you want to be a couch dog, Lola?
Yeah.
She's so good. She's sitting there. So tell me a little bit about Harley's Hounds. Why is it named Harley?
Oh, good question. So we actually had a resident dog, Harley, for almost 14 years, and he passed away in 2021. And as we thought about the legacy that he left in our lives, we wanted to really have the opportunity to leave that for others.
You were talking to me earlier that, there are some things that are very important and needed in the Valley. Talk to me about that.
So I think the first message I want to share is spaying and neutering is so important. In the female reproductive life cycle, they can actually produce with their offspring 67,000 puppies. So that's daunting as we think about just the stray crisis that's here. The second need that we have is really finding fosters that are able to open up their hearts, their homes, and allow a dog to stay with them temporarily. It is hard to let them go, but you get to see the chance of opportunity for them.
Wow, okay, so if somebody's ready to adopt Lola, what do they have to do?
Go to our website, harleyshoundsinc.com, fill out a non-binding application. You can also do that for fostering. We have plenty of dogs.
So if somebody can't adopt at this moment, but they want to help Harley's Hounds, how do they do that?
You could go to the website. Your donations, 100% will go straight to our Harley's pack. Any of the animals in need for vetting, for transportation, for supplies.
I know you said you guys relocated, you saw a need in the Valley, you're not from the Valley, but you wanted to do something to empower the RGV. And so thank you so much for doing that.
Of course, honored.
Hey guys, we're back with another Made in the 956 Extra, and I'm here with Trey Serna. Trey, what do you have for us this week?
So Carla, check this out right here. So this is Junior's Fresh Market. It's part of the Junior's supermarket chain. The family and locally owned chain has been around for more than 40 years, and this new location is their 9th. But Carla, get this. So a lot of people think that they opened their first store back in 1981, and they did. But I was talking to their marketing director, and she shared a little story with me about how Junior's really started. Take a listen, watch.
So remember I told you, Mr. Chavez, the very beginning. So this is the story. Him and my mom would sell barbacoa and menudo out of an automobile garage, okay? And so they started adding, you know, okay, soda's here, candy's there, chips, da-da-da. They started adding some of these smaller items to their barbacoa and their menudo every weekend. And so that's kind of where all that started, 1979. But the first established business opened its doors in 1981.
Trey, that is so amazing, and I'm a huge fan of menudo and pozole, so I definitely got to check it out.
And it's so nice also just hearing like how they come from like humble beginnings and it grew to something like so big. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's really nice.
So Trey, where can people go to for more information?
Yes, just check out their website. It's juniorsupermarket.com, and you can see all their locations there. And stop by the store. It's a great store to visit.
Well, thank you so much for joining us again, Trey.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, guys, here's what's coming up next on Take 5. From furniture to cattle, this place has it all, and we'll tell you all about this store in just 2 minutes.
Do you have a story idea? Send us an email at take5@krgv.com.
On the side of the Highway 281 is this store that is inspired by the ranches of South Texas, but the most unique part, everything is handmade by this couple. Take 5's Trista Castillo shows us Frontier Rustic Store in Edinburg.
If you find yourself on Expressway 281, you may have seen a store that only a cowboy would walk into. For over 14 years, the Frontier Rustic Store has gone from a small local business to a full-blown attraction for people near and far to visit. The story began when owners Artemio and Gloria Saenz suddenly lost their jobs, and in an effort to make a living, they decided to use their talents for good.
When I started, I didn't have a job, and we started selling hand-carved signs. We used to do them by hand. And then we started making furniture. People started asking for orders, and we started building. And we always make something different, never the same. Everything handmade, yes, ma'am.
Artemio says it was a trait that was passed on.
And it all started from my dad. He's the one that helped me to learn about carpentry, yeah. I give a lot of credit to him.
After years of hard work and dedication, their dreams came true and they began to expand their property to carry more than just wooden signs. Artemio says he and his wife hand make everything from custom tables and cabinets to backdrops for parties.
Another thing, sometimes we make events and we bring vendors over here. We make live music, yeah.
They just recently added livestock to their store for visitors to see.
And they are Longhorns. They represent our business here, yeah. Texas style, yeah.
And if you look closely, you can see a baby longhorn that was just born the week we filmed. Artemio says they are friendly.
Yeah, you can touch them, take pictures. A lot of people come on weekends and they take pictures with them, yeah.
Frontier Rustic Store is a place for people to come together and admire this hidden gem. Many travelers from outside of the valley have visited.
Yeah, from Heronville, Alice, Valfurrias, Houston, Dallas, everywhere. And a lot of people from the valley, they don't know about what we sell here, and that's what we want to get new customers from the valley.
If you're interested in rustic furniture or want to try a new place with the family, give this spot a try. For Take 5, I am Trista Castillo.
Coming up on Take 5, a festival to promote the film industry is happening in the Valley. All the details in just 2 minutes. The city of Edinburg, in an effort to promote the visual arts and the growing film industry, has created the South Texas International Film Festival. And here to talk to us about it is Magdiel Castle. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're obviously super excited. This is a very important event for future filmmakers here in the RGV. How excited is the city of Edinburg for this event?
We're very excited. We look forward to the film festival every single year. It's one of our largest events. And it's something that everybody looks forward to because it's a gala, it's an awards ceremony. It's like the Oscars almost for the RGV.
Now, this event is so action-packed, so you got to break it down for us. You guys are going to have celebrity guests, panels, and workshops. So tell us a little bit about what sort of workshops people can expect when they attend.
We have 2 workshops right now. We have a stunt workshop and a makeup workshop. The workshop is being taught by, the stunt one is by Jane Austen. She's the stunt coordinator for the latest Avatar movie. Yes. And the makeup workshop is, again, same student and general public, is being taught by John Caglione, who did the last makeup for the Heath Ledger Joker movie. And so the cost is going to be, I believe, $10. And so tickets are available for sale right now. It's a small attendee closed group. So if you want to be there, get your tickets now.
Absolutely, and we're super excited. Now, something that I saw was super interesting was that you guys are actually having a film race.
Right. This year, we're incorporating something new to the film race. With the film race, you get your topic, your technique, and your object. And then you go on 48 hours and you film this 3-minute film, and you submit it to arts@cityofedinburgh.com. And we're giving a $250 cash award for the Film Friendly Award, which is a film that would have to be filmed in Edinburgh.
A huge component of this event is, all of the familiar faces that people are going to get to connect with and make all sorts of, connections here in the industry. So what sort of familiar faces are we going to see?
Some of our familiar faces is, of course, Valente. He's our padrino, he's our mentor. He's been there since the beginning of the film festival. He's our returning host this year, so that's one of the familiar faces. One celebrity that we announced so far is Lou Diamond Phillips, who will be here. He's scheduled to be here for the celebrity panel on Saturday at 11:30 to 1.
Perfect, Matiel. Now, for tickets and more information, where can people go?
stxiff.com/tickets.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We're really looking forward to the event. Yeah. Okay, guys, here's a look at some more events happening across the RGV. Fork to Fit is partnering up with Tribe Cycle for Community Day. Go out and enjoy a workout plus goodies on Saturday, September 16th from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. For tickets, visit eventbrite.com. And Brownsville residents Gladys Porter Zoo is offering a special discount days for you September 9th through the 11th. Admission will only be $2 for the Brownsville community. You have to show proof of residency. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for spending your weekend with us. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.